Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game Infi versus ToD. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill, and it may be one of the last patched 1.35 versions of Warcraft 3 I cast. I believe there's a patch that was released today or within the past 24 hours, and it was about to patch my game until I realized, wait, I don't have any patch 1.36 replays, so did some did some adjustments, disconnected, and are now able to launch the game and get this game to you. So hopefully it does not disappoint. This will be one of my last, once again, 1.35 patches. I will probably discuss patch 1.36 um, in the coming days, or probably later today once the patch notes are officially released. Wait, why is Crota joining FFA casting WoW with Back to Warcraft? Oh wait, you're live. Nope, yeah, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not casting with Back to Warcraft. Yeah, I think I missed an opportunity to cast with the Back to Warcraft guys during the last LAN event, the official LAN event in the US now 3 years ago. Wow, how time flies. I keep on thinking about that event and thinking how, it was great to actually see everyone and all the joy it brought. And then realize, wait a second, that's over 3 years ago. How the time flies. And I'm remembering that my youngest daughter, was just born. So, yep, time does definitely fly. My youngest one now is walking around, starting to give me attitude, as all 3 year olds do. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down. This is going to be a Farseer going up against an Archmage. No surprise here. Archmage already making its way down and will be, well, trying to clear out this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Shouldn't be a problem. A 4-3-3 creep camp with Footmen Militia. That will be cleared up in no time. Circlet of Nobility getting picked up by ToD. Hope you enjoy that Circlet of Nobility, ToD, as that item will be gone forever. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's going to really be gone forever. So, the Circlet of Nobility is, as you guys may have heard in my previous patch or previous game, or in other, if you've read the patch notes, know that they are going to be removing the Circlet of Nobility from the drop table. Now, they're moving the Circlet of Nobility from the drop table of their own maps. That doesn't mean that they can change things or change the drop table, I believe, for some of the other WarCraft W3 champion maps that are officially released and played there. So, what I don't want to see, however, is a divided community. Having W3 champions, W3 champions and BattleNet players, if you add more and more distinctions between the two, suddenly the game that both players or both communities are playing are going to be different, and that may actually end up causing problems. But yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. The Circuit of Nobility, are they in 2v2 or 4v4? I don't know. All right, there. Oh, beautiful deny by Infi. An ensnare, pretty much ensuring an easy kill by ToD, but instead the Farseer timing that last hit absolutely beautifully there, as we now see ensnares go down onto a footman here. All right, that footman could end up getting taken down, but the ensnare, not enough units nearby to cause problems, as ToD's footman does need to retreat back. All right, 700 hit points, 420 hit point footman does need to retreat back out. Spirit Wolf is going to be doing a bit of chasing as well. ToD is playing. I wonder if there's a chat in game too. All right, no, not quite sure. All right, Footman looking to back away and retreat. Farseer does have some Spirit Wolves. Footman, Archmage now trying to use, trying to heal up a little bit at this Fountain of Health here on Concealed Hill, and now making its way back off to the north. Where is that low hit point Footman? Low hit point Footman hiding behind this gold mine here. He's going to have a small window of opportunity to try and escape before those creeps wake up, but he also needs to make sure that there is a clear road back home. Otherwise, he's just going to be feeding experience back to his opponent. Now, the Archmage is in an uncomfortable spot. He's been stuck at level 1 for quite some time and has not gotten to level 2, hence low on mana and unable to get Brilliance Aura. Archmage now heading back off to the north here. Perhaps we'll see some militia clearing as the tech to tier 2 is nearly done by ToD and already completed, with the Tauren Chieftain more than 50% trained up. All right, so Tauren Chieftain as that second hero, Farseer of Infi, really racking up some damage here and may be able to take down this footman. All right, Beastmaster now being trained up here. This is almost old school Archmage Beastmaster using that Brilliance Aura for the summons. Is that Beastmaster going to get that last shot off? He will, and now looking to poke in a little bit of pressure. This Quill Beast hoping to make its way down here, perhaps hit some of these buildings as they're under construction. But Infi's very fast tech to tier 2 shows that he's already done teching with his bestiary, and now it's only his Spirit Lodge, which just got started because we saw that Beastmaster and those Quill Beasts. It is going to really come down to the Archmage and the Beastmaster and a timing attack to shut down the Spirit Lodge. Otherwise, Shaman will be pumped out of that Spirit Lodge, making short work of all of the summons of ToD. And what we're looking at here is Infi is purposely aggroing creeps on the way to perhaps buy a little bit of time as well. Archmage exchanging a bit of blows here. Beastmaster, Farseer could try and get a last hit there. Again, off of this Ogre Magi, who's going to get the experience as we're looking at the Farseer now looking to back away again. Now going after that Forest Troll High Priest. The Forest Troll High Priest could get taken down. Beastmaster, Farseer going to actually lose sight, unable to get that last shot off there. Quill Beast, plenty of Quill Beasts here, a lot of damage getting racked up. There's Wand of Illusion, that's going to get picked up here as the Forest Troll Trapper now going to get cleaned up as well. Archmage needs to find a way to heal up a lot of these units. The Farseer was able to buy quite a bit of time, but the Tauren Chieftain is now getting some time as well and may be able to put his foot down here. We're going to see a Staff of Teleportation inbound. Tauren Chieftain wants to get right here to get in a stomp, or perhaps get stomped right here. If he turns back around, could lay down a stomp across all of these units as we see an expansion now coming across as well. Farseer and Tauren Chieftain, both of them are not going to be able to level up here as they are sharing experience from this creep camp, but will get very close to level 3. During this time, the Beastmaster looking to clear out this Rock Golem creep camp here. We are seeing some priests joining in on the battle. No need for an Arcane Vault when you have a dual Arcane Sanctums for that healing, but wanting the Arcane Vault now for perhaps some Spellbreakers. Forest Troll High Priest going to get cleaned up here. Archmage going to be a bit shy of level 3. Beastmaster is sitting strongly at level 2. Did pick up a Potion of Greater Mana now, as with these, 3 priests here are going to attempt to heal back up. Are we going to get an Arcane or Scroll of Regeneration? It looks like that will be the case. Also adding an Adept training as well. All right, coming back the other side, we see an ensnare onto the Quill Beast here. Farseer or Tauren Chieftain now heading off to the north could cause a bit of problems. Archmage really desperately wants to try to get to level 3. Militia now already being called back, and timing on this is going to be absolutely key. All right, unit's going to try and retreat back the other side. Archmage going to engage. There goes an ensnare onto a Militia as the Tauren Chieftain doesn't have Shockwave or Stomp yet, hasn't chosen what ability, as he wants Shockwave to be able to, dive onto that back line, perhaps hurt some of those casters, and then follow it up with a Chain Lightning. This is an interesting spot for ToD now, as he can go for some Spellbreakers, but by going for Spellbreakers, it makes that Chain Lightning that much more powerful, as the front line will not be taking any of the initial hits or any of the bounce hits, as those are magic immune. Farseer looking to fall back here, going to be able to do exactly that. Archmage still doing a little bit of a dance back around, going to try and engage after the Null Overseers, Null Warden here as the engagement getting underway. All right, Null going to get taken down. There's a Purge, level 3 now on that Archmage. Level 2 Water Elemental is getting dropped in as the Farseer purposely backs away to give more experience to that Beastmaster. All right, a lot of poison going around from those Null Assassins. Meanwhile, down to the south side here, the Great Hall nearly completed as a single footman is going to scout this position out. Really, his switch isn't active right now. All right. Coming back around, we're looking at a little bit more damage being dealt here, but the Raider will be able to easily take down that footman, as the Farseer, unless it gets an accidental bash by that bear, is going to have no problem. Meanwhile, we are looking at the Fountain of Health Fountain of Health trying to be cleared out at the left side. There goes an ensnare onto the Ogre Magi. It could get cleared up here as the Beastmaster sitting and Archmage sitting at 50 supply, but with all of these summons, that army just seems that much larger. During this time, though, Infi looking to put pressure forward. We do see level 2 Shockwave as Archmage is going to try and clear out this concealed hill Fountain of Health, while the Raiders are perhaps going to try and push across and get in a bit of damage. There's a Shockwave across all of those units here. Farseer, remember, still sitting at level 2, not sitting at level 3, doesn't have that stronger Chain Lightning or those stronger Spirit Wolves as of yet. A lot of casters coming across on the side here. There's that Chain Lightning bouncing through, a quick Shockwave. There's some invisibility as we see a quick retreat back out. Infi now sitting at 59 supply over 62 since he has the economic advantage. Kodo Beast and a Raider, however, hanging back at the Expo to try and protect it. ToD also with that Expo, but deciding not to go into low upkeep yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. Coming back through Archmage, Beastmaster. Going to go ahead and clear up the Ogre Warriors, Ogre Magi, and Creep Camp here. Meanwhile, it looks as though some summons are here to just put in a little bit of pressure. Are their time lives going to let them fall apart first? One down, and there goes another. I don't know if any experience was given there. The Farseer was close to level 3 before. Beautiful way to buy a little bit of time if you can time it perfectly to not actually lose any or give any experience. All right, there goes that unit there. The Red Drake Belt of Giant Strength now picked up. Footmen are going to get healed as the Archmage may have to use a Scroll of Town Portal to head back, and now also went for a Tome of Retraining. We could be looking at Blizzard and Brilliance Aura over Water Elementals. In comes that front, or in comes this build here. The Scout Tower nearly completed. Spellbreakers, interesting position here as we're looking at quite a bit of damage coming onto this keep down to 700 hit points. Are we going to see some shockwaves or some other damage coming back out? Kodo is going to go ahead and dine and dash using that Scroll of Town Portal to get out of a dangerous spot. No lumber upgrades or no fortification upgrades on this lumber mill, so this keep only with 5 armor there as we see another shaman getting cleaned up easily. 55 supply compared to 62. Infi and ToD both with 2 bases. A hero level advantage by no one as both sides are currently in low upkeep. All right, are we going to see some ensnares go down onto that Ogre Lord? Yes, we are. That Ogre Lord pretty much not going to be able to break out of there at all. Item is going to be dropped. I believe it going into the Farseer. War Song Battle Trums is not the item he was looking for, as the Kodo Beast will already provide a better version of that aura. Kodo Beast using Scroll of Speed to try and get away. We see a couple of easy attacks there. That Grunt able to back away at 146 hit points. Beastmaster Blizzard now going to rain down here. No ensnare. There's the ensnare onto the Archmage as we are looking at Scroll of Protection to try and protect all of these units here again. All right, Blizzard actually denying a footman there as we're looking at a bit of healing coming back around as well. More Blizzard raining down. Are we going to see another ensnare? Yes, we are. That was all on cooldown as the Tauren Chieftain and the Archmage is still battling it up here. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to get away. Yes, I believe so. Even with slow, he's going to get purged to actually break free from there as the Archmage now trapped up against a corner. The Raiders with all of their medium armor able to absorb quite a bit of damage. Scroll of Healing used as well as a little timing attack there. Chain Lightning bouncing around. All of those units teleporting back home. Scroll of Regeneration, Clarity Potions galore, trying to keep the mana up on these priests. Just trying to keep the mana up on those priests. Meanwhile, top left-hand side of the map, Tauren Chieftain and Orc finding health at the Fountain of Health. Good health to you there, as Orc players normally have difficulties trying to heal up. There is a Spellbreaker in the belly of that Kodo Beast, offering a bit of sight and information as Infi continues to press his advantage, now building up a 68 to 56 supply advantage, even with a Spellbreaker in the belly there. All right, rather than try and defend his expansion off to the north. ToD is going to be playing a game of trade expansions here as this town hall is about to get taken down. The question, though, is it going to really work out? Spell or Raider trying to retreat away. Raider going to be able to retreat back at 80 hit points as we look at Blizzard now raining down Watchtower and this Orc Burrow. Fortified armor is completed here. Spellbreakers adding in a little bit of additional damage, but that does not make up for the Raider pillage damage against the fortified armor here. Peasant's going to get cleaned up. 70 supply now compared to 49, and things are not looking good for ToD. Even if this expansion does get taken down, he is now behind by 20 some supply. He's going to be able to take down a couple of quick peasants here. Or is he going to go after these peons? He should be going after these peons. It is pretty much free experience, which he does need. Perhaps we'll be able to get to level 4. And level 4 on any of these heroes, no. Maybe if he took down that earlier Raider that was able to escape at 80 hit points. All right, back off to the north here. Sorceress trying to play a little bit of defense here. No tower upgrade. Scroll of Town Portal inbound now, as the Farseer does have a Scroll of Town Portal to try and back out. All right, in comes some damage. Archmage gets up to level 4. Beastmaster gets up to level 4. Nice double level up there to try and close in that gap. 61 supply compared to 48, but without any real way of slowing down these fleeing units and punishing. Well, things are not looking good. There's a Scroll of Town Portal to try and retreat back out. Blizzard raining down there. Low hit point Grunt going to be able to teleport away at 79 hit points. I wonder if Kodo's underbelly is transparent. I don't believe so. I guess you just kind of see a bulge. Like, I guess the Kodo beast just looks a bit pregnant. I guess that could be it. Not quite sure. Coming back around, Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, level 4 Raiders on the move, still moving very slowly with very slow movement speeds and slow attack speeds here. Archmage, stolen a bit of Bloodlust. I don't believe we have Shaman, or we do have Bloodlust. No, we have Shaman. They are not Bloodlusted. So that Bloodlust was taken from the creeps. Archmage of ToD trying to figure out and develop some sort of game plan next. I don't think he has a good idea of how to make up a little bit of this loss here. Beastmaster extremely strong. Does have north of 1200 hit points and with a Ring of Regeneration. So strength-based hero with a Ring of Regeneration should be able to recover hit points very easily, as we see a Belt of Giant Strength left behind for that Tauren Chieftain there. An additional Belt of Giant Strength on that Beastmaster, if he was able to steal it, would have put him at nearly 1400 hit points, as the two armies are trying to line up here. 4 Spellbreakers for the front line, going up against a massive number of Raiders here. Chain Lightning could be coming in from the back. There goes a quick ensnare. Chain Lightning bouncing around here, as we see all of these units trying to retreat back now. Scroll of Healing coming online here. Raiders trying to just dive after this entire backline here. Archmage is in some serious trouble. There's some Chain Lightning bouncing across all of those units again, as we're looking at the units still trying to give chase again. There goes another ensnare. Archmage perhaps could use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is he going to Blizzard here? Yeah, Blizzard with free 7 seconds of invulnerability, as Scrolls of Healing are being used aggressively by both sides. All right, continuing to throw down all of this Blizzard. There goes another ensnare there. Beastmaster could be in trouble. 1200 hit points just gone in a second. Scroll of Town Portal transferred at the last moment. Are we going to see some last-minute Blizzard damage, though? Yes, we are. And wow, that Grunt, down to 47 hit points. 60 supply compared to 43. ToD still playing in no upkeep, able to regenerate hit points or is not able to regenerate hit points from these priests, but more importantly, has the economic advantage, even though because he has the smaller army. All right, 10 gold a second versus 7. Now, the question is going to be whether or not Infi can rebound here, perhaps heal up these Raiders. And it looks as though the Kodo Beast, or the Beastmaster, is going to be trying to do the same exact thing off on the other side. Kodo Beast does have a Spellbreaker in the belly. That's the reason why the Beastmaster and the Archmage are able to come across onto this far side here. All right, I don't know if it's really important to go after these Kobold Tunnelers, or perhaps try to heal up this Beastmaster who's already down, or who is just staying at 355 hit points. A priest should just be manually auto healing him constantly, and this spellbreaker here as well. Expansion trying to be reestablished by Infi. Meanwhile, Troll Witch Doctor getting cleaned up out on the other side. The Beastmaster going to regenerate hit points at a pretty significant rate here because it is a percentage-based heal. You can see how much hit points that Beastmaster is healing up in nearly no time at all. Beastmaster now heading back off to the north, regenerating about 5 to 6 hit points a second. It feels as the Archmage, well, perhaps going to look to try and set or reestablish up his expansion as the main base only has 2 minutes of mining left. Spellbreaker getting trained back up here. Second Spellbreaker up to 48 over 48 supply compared to 61. ToD's summons are giving him, or ToD's summons on that Beastmaster are giving him a bit of a larger army, but the Raiders' constant ensnares are neutralizing the Archmage's ability to, add any lasting efficient damage. Only getting 2 or 3 waves out of that level 2 blizzard has not been enough to really have some damage stick here. 48 supply now compared to 64 as the army making their way down south. All of this under the eyes of these sentry wards. So we're already looking at Infi transitioning over. Scroll of Healing quickly purchased. Infi also coming across with level 5 Tauren Chieftain with level 3 Endurance or level 3 Shockwave. We may see some very dead sorceresses and priests in that back line as they're only in adept training and don't have that many hit points. Here we are. Here we go into this fight. Going to try and retreat back. There's Blizzard there. We're going to see an ensnare. No ensnare just quite yet. The Raiders are just a bit too far as the engagement is going down here. All right, Blizzard raining down there. Shockwave along the backside. We need to see a Scroll of Healing. There's that Scroll of Healing. Beastmaster has another Scroll of Healing. Shockwave could come back down. Both sides are going to try and engage here as we see a Lightning Shield. There goes that priest there. There goes another Shockwave. Are we going to see a Scroll of Healing used there? No more mana for the Farseer to try and get a Chain Lightning back across. Archmage has been trying to time this and trade efficiently. A couple of sorceresses taken down there at the last moment alongside a priest. 66 supply compared to 43. Infi. I gotta say, ToD doing a great job eating up level 2 Chain Lightnings and level 3 Shockwaves. Just too much damage, though, as the Archmage's Scroll of Healing and the Beastmaster's Scroll of Healing wasn't able to keep up all of those units and keep them all alive. Perhaps Mastery training to get a little bit of additional hit points, but I don't know how close they would have been on life. Coming back around on the other side, we're looking at the Expo already back up for Infi. Meanwhile, Orc being able to use this Fountain of Health, able to heal back up pretty much up to full, and this may be the last battle here as ToD not able to define the lines, draw the lines of battle. Archmage is not going to really get any blizzards off here, and this is just going to be perhaps a just flanking bit of damage over and over. Infi's Shadow Wolves finding those targets, going to be able to take them down easily. Tauren Chieftain could land down another, doesn't even need to land down a Shockwave as all of the casters aren't tightly grouped together. Are we going to see a Shockwave here to finish off the Archmage? Yes, final Shockwave pushes the Archmage, and I believe, ToD going to give the GG here in just a moment, or perhaps just leave the game. 28 supply compared to 66. An uphill battle for ToD throughout the middle game, and there is the end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. No, apparently it doesn't want to give me a score screen, but I really feel like Infi was ahead throughout that matchup. Being able to get to level 3 on that Tauren Chieftain so quickly, actually allowing the Farseer to lag behind and build up a little bit of threat with that level 2 Shockwave. Eventually, once we had level 3 Shockwave and that level 2 Chain Lightning, that backline, you saw how quickly it melted in terms of hit points, even with 2 Scrolls of Healing, forcing, ToD to try and retreat back out. Once he retreated back out, he knew he couldn't let the game go long since Infi still had an Expo up. He tried to push and, accidentally got Well, his army was attacked in transit against a nearly full health orc army, and with that, with no clear lines, no way to protect the archmage from those ensnares, wasn't able to deal enough damage. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.